blade saw, all bloody. Cut you up like it wasn't funny. Blunt to that ass, put you straight to sleep. Torture, danger track. And the game's about to get a little stranger. Pump you up with narcotics and watch you fade away. Pop that ass, let out your air and watch you grab for fucking space. A serial killer, IR. Burying bodies in tar, collecting organs in the jar. Call it sickness by far, but fuck you and what's yours? A go-getter, IR. And you're a waste of space so far. Might as well do yourself a favor. Slit your wrist or be a player. Get gone, you gon' lose either way. You might as well go hard. You ain't going home, I doubt those cards. It's all over. The Hollow Queen has spoke. Sure that.
Okay, the Hollow Queen has spoken. Murder Game.
Yep.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay, you cute as hell. You got a rock star body, and you talking about killing people. Where'd that come from?
The darkest hour.
Oh.
It comes from the dark part. It's like, sometimes I'm frustrated. Sometimes I'm in a really dark place, and that's how I get out of it. I put a beat on. Talk shit.
You put a beat on, and you release through the beat.
Yep, I let it out.
You let it out, so that way it doesn't sit up in there and fester. And there's a scripture that says that lest any trouble springing up causes one to become defiled, and by this many are defiled, something like that. But you get the picture, right? So I guess
yep, of course.
You get your
release. I was thinking you get the picture.
Yeah. So you get to release, so you don't do nothing to make you have to go back.
Yeah, exactly. All of that. Dot.
Yeah, Yeah, that's my thing.
And that's exactly what I want to show to you. You don't have to be violent. You can just put it in a creative manner.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And once again, we talked, of course, at the top of the program, we talked about the youth program that you're involved in. For those that are just joining us, we're live with Baltimore's hottest FMC. That is Voice a True Go-Getter. You can follow her at Voice Go Getter. And we talked at the top of the program about the youth activism part of psycho music, and the site is called Create Forward. That's CRE 8, the number 8. TE? IT. Okay, create it forward. Like pay it forward, but it's created forward because we're using our creative skills to pay it forward. Yeah, createitforward.com if you guys want to get involved with what's going on in Baltimore, Maryland with Voice of True Go-Getter and Free Agent and the whole psycho music group, and their I guess their hand at again paying it forward, or giving back to the community. That's how you can get involved, by going to that website and reading all about it and whatever, and then signing up to do something with them to help to bring the youth something positive. And I'm always for that. The youth are our future. What future we may have is really
they need the arts. Yeah, they need it.
It's in their hands. So if we don't help to put something in their hands, then their hands will be empty. So we want to do that on every front that we can to help help them embrace their future, and then maybe make this a better place. Okay, what else is going on? I know we talked about the festival in September. We talked about the projects. We talked about Create It Forward. What else is going on in the life of Tanya?
Okay, well, I think that my major plan as far as music is to bring visuals. I have a few videos, but since I did a CD every month, I think that what I'm going to do is go back, like how I sent you some of my favorites, and I'm going to sit down and, I've already actually started sitting down and writing the treatment to some of those songs for videos. Now I just got to schedule some shoots so that I can have more video shoots and more visuals, to my music.
Right. I was going to ask you actually about the Grind Hard, because I know you had started working on that. Young Fallen Angel had put together a cartoon that was, of course, very shy of what, of course, you with your skills envisioned or whatever. But I remember you had asked me to send that to you so that you could, I guess, start treatment on it and expand it or whatever and add to it your vision for it. Did you ever do anything with the Grind Hard?
Yeah, I did. I actually did. I didn't finish it, but I did start it, and it's probably going to take a press of a few buttons to have it finished and released. Yeah. Is just that, all of that stuff that kind of sat on the side in a folder for a minute. I started picking up artists and new business, and it kind of got difficult. We just did that 420 party to actually advertise the fact that we had the Psycho Bakery and the Psycho Treats, and that part of the entity kind of took over some of my time and energy, actually, staying in the kitchen.
Yeah, people love to eat, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And now that we add the canna butter to things, it became a very high demand. Yeah. As far as the cookies, but with Free Agent, she does things like put it in buffalo wings, and she had some boneless baked wrapped chicken, and pizza. It's just different things that she do with it now, other than just brownies and cookies.
Yeah.
And I had kind of taken it and infused the vodka, so it made us pretty famous on April 20th this year.
Oh, really? So do you guys do the special brownies?
Yes, that's what I'm speaking of when I talk about the boneless chicken with the bacon wrap and the boneless wings.
Yeah.
Anything that is special, she's now putting it in actual dinners. So it's like the demand is really high at this point because a lot of people are saying buffalo wings, pizza.
Yeah.
She had some like little meat, like beef. I guess you could say kind of small hamburgers and gravy. The gravy and the beef was infused with the butter. And like I said, I did the vodka. We infused the marijuana with the vodka and a little peach. We were giving the people that came out to the 420 event an idea of the things that we could do. We came to cater, a special party.
Yeah. That's
so the kitchen kind of took over some of the video editing and, music. I guess you could say we're kind of getting into the things that are bringing the money in a little faster for the moment.
And you
have
have
to do a lot of fundraising to keep it going.
You have to diversify in order to continue to pursue your passion. Sometimes you have to do the real world stuff that pays the bills, and that sometimes that is, and that's like I guess like an artist having to have a 9-to-5 job to be able to do the music. It's no different, but I'm like you. I'm all for entrepreneurship and owning. You know what I'm saying, and doing whatever you're gonna do, but you do it and you own it from beginning to end, and I see that for you. Quick question: monopolizing.
Yes.
What's
monopolizing?
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm doing with monopolizing right now, because that was the boutique side of things, the fashion and the clothing. We are actually changing the name, so it'll be by_voice LLC.
Okay.
Starting in, I believe, August, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for the name change is because it seems to be a little easier understood, and not to mention I felt the need to personalize it a little more. At first I was doing it in a way where you couldn't really
connect.
Gear it to me.
Yeah.
You couldn't connect it to me because I thought that, I would lose some supporters if they actually knew, that it was coming from Voice. Those are for the people that don't want to support me.
Right.
But I figured, F it. I'm gonna stamp my name on it because it's mine.
Right.
So
and I
prefer it.
I always thought you should. I thought it would be actually an asset. The fact that it was another entity, another asset. Another aspect of who Voice was. She wasn't just this, this artist that with the pretty face and the rock star body, but she also had the ability to do many other things, entrepreneurial type things, including
so instead of monopolizing LLC, it'll be by_voice LLC. So it'll be like anything that I'm able to post up under the umbrella of what monopolizing was. Instead of it being that, it'll be from a by Voice company.
Right.
So we have like the perfumes and the body lotions and things. So I felt like it would just represent it better.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I totally agree. And I guess one of the other things that probably inquiring minds want to know about voice. See, I know, but I'm saying inquiring minds. Besides what you say, Anyway, besides the fact you are an adamant student, so I wasn't going where you thought I was going. An adamant student of. I'm not trying to put you out there like that, because that's private. That's between me and you.
Right.
Yeah. So you're an adamant student of all aspects of not only the business of music, but also how things work in the world. Period, especially from a legal standpoint. Now I know free agent is more the legalistic part of the partnership, but you too also study psychology. You study other things. I mean, and again, my point is for those that are listening. Again, you're not just a pretty face and with a rock star body that can write songs and bring music forward and perform and all those things. You have a brain, and you apply that on a constant basis, not only in a psycho music way, but also where the real world is concerned. And you have a heart, of course, for the youth, having 2 daughters and things like that.
Gotcha.
So I guess my question is, I wanted you just to expound a little bit on the fact your endeavors for education for yourself, maybe what you also would like to, implant in your children, and the direction that you kind of, stirred them into or whatever. But first and foremost, I just want you to let the people know that you are a student of not only life but also of higher education, correct?
Definitely. I did receive my associate of applied science and criminal justice, mostly with my focus on juvenile delinquency. And that was because I knew that I would want to get out and work with youth in the community, and not all of them have been steered the right way. So I wanted to have the right mechanisms to be able to work with them.
Right.
And after that, I've been going to the University of Baltimore for integrated arts. And in that, I'm learning everything from digital media to photojournalism to just the history of hip-hop itself. It kind of dives into any little thing that touches the art, so that I can kind of have basic skills, for these children, basically.
Right.
And as far as my children, I'm just pretty much letting them feel their way through. I don't want to force them to do what I'm doing, even though they have great talent. My oldest, she had a project the other day, and it was like, take a magazine and draw something. This child actually chose the picture of Miguel and his wife and baby, and she drew that. I'm sure other people were picking like plates of food and easy things, and she actually drew this family. So her talent is sky high. Wow. She's drawing her prom dress right now for me to make for her prom next week. And but the major thing for me was them, because the youngest, she is really creative as well. She can kind of take things together and turn them. She can take boxes and make it a whole house and things like that. So she's really good with her hands.
Right.
But what I was going to say was, I don't try to force it. I just let them do as they may. When the youngest want to sit at the sewing machine, I'll let her. But I won't actually make her sit down and get it, because I want them to feel out what they want to do. I really believe that this oldest now, since this is her senior year in high school, she's looking into maybe esthetician or business. So, those two things are great for me. Either way, I'll take it as long as it's positive and education.
Right, real talk. Okay, I just wanted you to get that in because I want people to understand that I'm not just in love with Voice a True Go-Getter because she is a pretty face and a rock star body, but she has a brain and she applies herself. She's a consummate student of many, many things, and that is probably the biggest turn on for me about Voice is people don't know that she's more than just the upfront person for Psycho Music Group, and being the CEO, she has all the accolades and the abilities that make her viable for that particular position.
Well, thank you.
And so that's important that people understand that. Not only that, but it also gives so much credence to other females and males, but mainly females that endeavor to want to be
females, yes.
Yeah,
I'm an advocate for them. You know that.
Yeah. So it's important that they know that not only can she hang with the best when it comes to her lyrics and everything, but she's also she's an administrator, and she's very high on education and educated. It's important that they know